is Sportscenter.
Hello and welcome once again to another episode of Sportscenter Wiffleball Edition. 2 more games in the books. Mayhem playing twice again, taking on Crusaders and Strikers. First taking on the Crusaders. They were their first task. So we'll take you to that game and we'll see how they did. So we had Crusaders taking Mayhem on at home in our first game. Garrett Greggy, the rookie, getting his first start with the Crusaders, formerly a Strikers, released, picked up. Now he's pitching in his first game with the Crusaders and very dominant, wouldn't you say?
Great opportunity and good for him. He's definitely should be on the mound more often, and he'll get that on this team. So here you go. You see the screwballs working there. A lot of break, a lot of control on that. It's his predominant pitch. Throws it ahead in the count, strikeout pitch. He'll mix in slider as well.
All right, now Ethan Faubel, on the other hand, Garrett dominant. Ethan Faubel, control issues. You mix in 4 home runs, and you have a pretty bad day.
Yeah, it was a different story for Ethan on the other side. He's been struggling of late. He's really played well in spring training, and we expected much more from this. It's very surprising. It's very difficult to pick the ball up out of his hand. You don't know where it's going. And that's very frustrating for his team, especially Ethan, though.
Well, he doesn't even know.
His team shows a lot of heart in putting him out there. They trust in him to come back. They expect him to work out of this, and the team really needs him to.
Yeah, team captain, but ERA 12.35 skyrocketed. Now we're back to Garrett. Pitching dominance continued the whole game, gave up 1 earned run. The breaks there, but teams seem to be able to pick it up out of his hand.
He does tip his pitches, give up a couple hits, lack of strikeouts. That'll come for him.
Oh,
He's
definitely.
got a great mechanics and a great work ethic. So
we're definitely looking at a Rookie of the Year candidate here, and probably an All-Star player as well.
Oh, definitely. I would assume so. I expect to see that.
All right, you take a look at the box score here. 16-1 Crusaders. Garrett dominant. Nothing more you can really say.
Well, speaks for itself right there. Big story, Ethan Faubel. Will he produce again? He's had ulfer after ulfer, and his fielding's usually amazing. And 2 errors you see there. Very surprising stuff.
So we brought you that first game, and then we had a second game, Mayhem versus Strikers. Zach Bussman was gone for this game. That's a problem. Jordan Johnson had a rotator cuff injury. That's a problem. 2 best starters. Brennan Schreifels, the number 3 guy, would get the start. He hasn't even played in a game this year. So it was his first game of the year. Would he come out? Would he show up? I don't know. We'll take you to the box score of this game right now. Was that all right? All right, so here's the box score. Mayhem really needed to come out with a win in this game. Was going their way up until the bottom of the 3rd inning. Had a big lead, 7-2, but Strikers had other plans.
Oh, yeah, huge comeback there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They came up big. They came up clutch. Brandon Schreifels, 3 RBIs, home run, 3-run homer in that bottom of the 3rd inning to give them the lead. That was huge. And both of these teams manufactured their runs well. I thought Colin pitched well early, just fell apart at the end. But, the Mayhem played much better, very close game. And you see Faubel there, finally got in the hit column.
All right, so not only was the Mayhem's pitching a weakness so far early in the season, but their hitting hasn't showed up either. And one player on this team that hasn't showed up this season, we haven't seen anything from him, Ethan Faubel.
Ethan Faubel, what a surprise. With his leadership abilities, his skills, you would expect him to be right up there, especially pitching and fielding. But let's talk about the bats right now.
Yeah.
He has 2 hits on the season in their team's 6 games, batting 72. Does have 3 RBIs. However, that's not enough at all. He's batting 100 points plus, down from the lowest hitter in the rest of the league.
That's right. We did see him hit well in spring training. I mean, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that he can hit.
Batting well over 300 in spring training. Some power, some home runs being hit by him. Up there in RBI leaders as well. I think he was third, maybe fourth in RBIs. So
Now,
he's proved it.
yeah, I haven't seen anything that shows power this season. I mean, he hasn't 2 infield hits, I think. Is there any sign here that you think he can or will turn this around?
Oh, absolutely. Just see it on his face.
You're sold.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Definitely. His leadership abilities, right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's proven it to me in practices. He's proven it. I've seen the guy pitch. I'm not going to say he's not going to come back, because he will. He definitely will. He'll be back.
Well, he definitely works as hard, if not harder, than everyone else. He definitely wants it. I mean, he loves it, so...
It'll happen, and he showed signs of it in his last game. So.
Yeah.
Picked up another hit.
All right, ended his 5 hitless game streak. Now we have to move on to another team that we have to talk about, the Strikers. Dropping their first game to the Mayhem, who've dropped 5 in a row. Kind of flip-flop positions. Strikers, 3 in a row. They're catching on fire.
Oh, yeah, they're rolling right now. They are rolling. Brandon Streifels got the start, as you saw. He pitched very well in the middle innings. Struggled a little bit early. That was just jitters, and then lost it late again. The Strikers just said no. They refused to lose this game. They came through. They pulled through. Clutch hitting and a lot of aggressive play.
And they do it without their star pitcher and hitter, Zach Bussman. And Jordan Johnson wasn't able to pitch. He did go the last inning. He wasn't supposed to. He went, picked up the save, but they do it on absences and injuries. They find a way to pull it out.
On a
Their number
nightly basis.
3 guy goes and gets the start over Mayhem's probably number 1 guy so far this season, Colin Womshad.
I will admit, the Strikers, although they've been really stingy and really solid, as we've seen, obviously, they did struggle with the bats early in this game. Probably not a cause for concern, but they got to get it going earlier, because they almost lost this game against the Mayhem. Colin wasn't pitching well, and they pulled through, though. So
They did. Now, they're tied with the Crusaders at the top of this division. Crusaders, Levi Bean shows up for his first game of the year, hits 2 dingers. They hit 4 total off of Ethan Fabel struggling. Crusaders, Strikers, who do you like?
it's very tough to say at this point. You got to lean towards the Strikers, as I've said in the past. Just their leadership, their presence, their veterans, they get it done, and they've already put up 3 wins, a lot of power, a lot of pitching, and it'll be interesting. The Crusaders, too, they go kind of under the radar. They're not really the big guy, the big boys yet. So,
Well, Garrett Greggy, he's right there as Rookie of the Year.
And he's under the radar, too, a little bit. All we hear about is Zach Bussman, Jordan Johnson, but Garrett Greggy, great screwball, one of the dominant screwballs in this league. Pitched very well, just 2 hits, first start, gets the win.
Yeah, definitely. All right, it should be fun. We'll bring you a lot more action coming your way. This has been Sportscenter Wiffleball tonight. Good night, guys.